Hi, welcome to the Celestial Circle podcast. I'm Love.
And I'm Tylin. We're two Los Angeles-based astrologers and healers.
Join us each month as we explore the upcoming transits to see how they will affect you, show up in the world, and in our own personal lives.
We hope that you will find guidance, understanding, and fun as you apply this wisdom to your own life.
And if you'd like us to give you personalized insight, please submit any questions you have on upcoming or current transits to thecelestialcirclepodcast@gmail.com, or you can DM us on Instagram at thecelestialcirclepodcast.
The circle is now open. Thanks for listening.
Hello. Welcome to part 2 for April 2026. Take a deep breath, everyone.
You're like, Aries season.
Yes!
Intense.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So we're starting on April 17 with the new moon in Aries at 27 degrees. April 19th through May 19th will be in Taurus season, so the sun will be in Taurus. April 24th through May 17th, Venus in Gemini, my Gemini return, my Venus return.
Yes,
I get so excited.
It's so cute.
April 25th through May 21st, 2033.
Again, this is a big one.
Yeah, we talked about this
circle.
in the first one. Uranus will be moving into Gemini. This is a big outer planet shift. This is a big shift that like a lot of astrologers have been like talking about and stuff. And then April 26th through March 7th, 2027. So still a little bit longer of a transit. Athena will be in Aries and it will have a short retrograde, August 14th, 2026, through November 30th of 2026. So yeah, let's get into the latter half of April.
And before we get into it, we don't
God, yes.
any listener submitted questions.
What? So my dog submitted one.
Well, I wanted to remind y'all, like, sit in the circle with us. Submit your questions.
What is Tylin talking about if you're new? And you don't listen all the way to the end. Gotcha!
Yeah.
You don't listen to the end? You don't know what's going on? Wow. Thanks. I toil over the stars in the sky for who? For you? Okay, so basically, you can DM us on social media at the Celestial Circle Podcast on TikTok, on Instagram, or you can email us at the Celestial Circle Podcast. You guessed it, at gmail.com. So email us, DM us. Even if you want, we had someone comment on a TikTok post and we were like, sure, we'll answer this on the pod, right?
Yeah.
We're making ourselves so accessible. Okay. Send us questions that you would like us to answer on the podcast. So this examples of questions. You could be like, yo, like I have Pluto conjunct my sun. What does this mean? Right? Like you can send us your birth chart.
Or you have Pluto transiting your sun, Aquarius suns out there. What does this mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have something in your chart that you're interested or curious about and you want us to explain or break down, if you have a transit like that's coming up and maybe you're just like, I want to send my chart and I'm like, what transits would you recommend I look out for or I should work with or I'll be impacted by this year or the month that we're covering, right? So we're doing April now, so email us for your May questions. Some of these transits are going to be for a long time. So you could be like, what does Uranus and Gemini mean for me? You know, here's my chart or here's my birth information. If you don't know how to pull up your chart, just give us your birth time, place, and location. If you're like, I don't know all of that, but maybe you know like your big 3 or something like that, just send us as much information as you have and that you're wanting to share with us. We're not going to put your name on the podcast, especially if you ask to be anonymous. Then we'll definitely make sure not to say any like details that someone could recognize you for, unless they've memorized your chart, in which case it's not our fault. What else? If you want us to explain a transit that happened, you want us to explain like maybe you have like something with synastry, like maybe you and your boyfriend, you and your child or something like that. You have any astrology of questions, like what the heck is Uranus? I don't know. Like any of those questions, send them to us because we want it to feel like it's a circle. It's called the Celestial Circle. So it's like we are not just here sitting on our high horse talking down to you. We want to sit with you and we want to have conversation with you. So like, even if you're like, oh, like I've completed my Saturn return, this is what I learned. Like, we'll share your stories on the podcast. Like, we want to make astrology understandable, accessible, fun, interesting, kooky, all the things, right? So yeah, send us, even if you're like, I wish you would cover more of this, or can you talk about this thing? Let us know. Let us know your thoughts. Give us a review. Subscribe to us.
Or even if you have a story to share. Maybe it's not a question. Maybe it's, this is what happened during my Saturn return.
That's what I said.
We want to hear your stories too.
I just said that.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Not silent, check it out. Yes. Any and all of the things. Shoot your shot. You know, we will look at it and we'll decide. Maybe that's not for the podcast. That's okay. We'll let you know. We'll be like, thank you so much. This won't be covered on the podcast. And then, we're also having we're doing another astrology course. First of all, I want to say, if you haven't checked out our intro course to the Celestial Circle School that we started, is a mystery school. It's free. It's on both of our websites. It's on our YouTube if you watch on our YouTube. So you can literally just go and click and watch it. So if you want to learn like basics, beginning pieces of astrology, that's what that course is for. We, in the course of our entire school that we're doing, which will be like 55 plus classes over the course of 2 years, we're going to really be deep diving. So we're starting with basics, we're starting with foundational pieces, and then we're going to get more and more and more detailed. And you can join and be part of the entire thing, or you can drop into specific classes if you just want to learn more about one topic or thing and you're already knowledgeable about a lot of it. And so we're going to be doing another intro free class in April 16. So if you want to learn about the intersection of astrology and tarot, then you would definitely want to come to this course. We're going to be talking about your embodiment card, which is based on your rising sign. And there'll be more. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I want you to come to the class.
Find out your tarot embodiment card.
Yeah, so basically,
it's
like,
so fun.
Whatever your rising sign is has a tarot card. So it's like your embodiment card for your entire life. Like, why not learn more about yourself? Why not learn the cosmic breadcrumbs and clues that the universe has left you with? So yeah, we'll be doing that, and then we'll be starting our school in May. So if you want to join and be a student, get your little backpack and come to our online school, watch the replay, attend live, get live chart readings, get Reiki activations, get some cool 2+ year witchy community going with people, really understand and integrate, learn from 2 different educators with 2 different learning styles and backgrounds. It's the first class, everyone super enjoyed it. Everyone was like, this was so cool. This was engaging. Y'all know a lot. So
we barely skim the surface. There's so much more.
I don't know about you, but like when I teach like beginning stuff, I just feel like I'm like the meme of the guy with like the necks in his vein, and it's like, oh, you don't even know. There's so much more. Yeah. So
much more.
Yeah, just giving you some food for thought, but definitely please subscribe, please share, please tell your friends, talk about us, you know, really loudly in the coffee shop. Be like, that Celestial Circle podcast, they are so good at astrology. What the hell? Yeah, the Celestial Circle podcast? Yeah, that one. The Celestial Circle.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, you know, anything that helps us continue to make this content. Thailand puts a lot of work into mapping everything out. We put a lot of work into this. Like, I spend fucking hours fighting with my computer to export these videos and shit. Like, yeah, please support us in any way, shape, or form that you know how.
Yes, we would so appreciate it. And if you're listening, we feel so much gratitude for you.
Yeah, we're loving this community. Y'all have been really awesome.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Let's dive in to the Aries new moon. It's like, welcome. I also have an Aries moon. Welcome, everybody. Are you
You're
feeling
like, this
angry?
Is my
That's
emotional
my everyday.
landscape.
Literally, because I have
Emotional
like a 25
irritation.
degree moon, so it's pretty
Conjunct.
pretty close.
Yes,
It's
you will
pretty
feel
close.
this lunation.
He's like, who am I fighting on that
An
day?
emotional reset.
I love fighting.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Oh my god, yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, so it's, again, happening on April 17th.
Yep.
At that 27-degree mark, which it corresponds to the third decan of Aries, a decan ruled by Venus, which is that Four of Wands energy. So Aries, yeah, and we'll talk about the Four of Wands. So Aries, this is the archetypal energy of the first spark of consciousness. So this is the moment when spirit incarnates into form and says, I am here, I am present. And with this lunation, again, occurring in the third decan of Aries, a decan ruled by Venus, the Four of Wands is an initiation around belonging, celebration, and sacred union. So your individuality is sacred. And the thing is with relationship dynamics, other people, if a relationship is aligned, right, other people love you for you just being you. That's it. Just you being you.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with
No
why
codependency.
you like love other people. It's like you love them for being themselves.
Yeah. I don't want to be someone else. I want to be who I'm here to be. And I don't want somebody else to be something else that they think that I want. I want them to be themselves.
100%. So this new moon is an invitation to step even deeper into being celebrated, that feeling, that Four of Wands energy of being celebrated for being fully yourself without any apology. Just fully yourself. So the Four of Wands, were you looking for it?
I was like, can I find it before she gets there? I did.
Yay!
Four of Wands.
I love this card because, like I said, it's the decan ruled by Venus, and Venus is considered to be in detriment in Aries, right?
Yeah.
Because Venus is at home in the sign of, well, Taurus and Libra, but Libra is opposite to Aries.
Yeah.
But yet she rules over this decan.
I feel like it shows that, like, even the, like, icky, gross things, stuff that aren't traditional, like, she has love for them.
100%. And, like, the love, like I was just saying, of individuality.
Yeah.
And that's what we see in that card. It's a sacred union.
Yeah.
And why are they together? They love each other for who they are on an individual basis.
Yeah, like he's literally like bowing to her. He's
exactly.
like honoring her. He's like, I love you. My soul recognizes you and bows to you.
100%. So this new moon suggests that the next cycle is about building lives that we are completely authentic. So if there's been any places where you've been playing small, where you've been hiding, where you've been repressing, this new moon is like, absolutely not. We're starting a new cycle around deeper levels of authenticity. And yeah, that Four of Wands energy, it's so joyful. It's celebration, right?
Yeah.
It is this homecoming, sacred community energy,
Yeah.
but in the fiery sign of Aries. So again, this is a celebration around authentic individuality.
Yeah, the coming together, the Four of Wands, like in my deck, they're in a chuppah, which is like a lot of like Swana region or like Middle Eastern areas. They get married in this, and it symbolizes like two of the families coming together, joining together under one, right? So yeah, it's like I love my family and I'm bringing my family and all my stuff, and the other person is bringing their family and all their stuff, and we're intentionally bringing our, like, tying our stuff together. So yeah, it's like that me to we access that we were talking about with like the Aries and Libra. That's that spectrum that those sister signs exist on. So we're really in this new moon being called to navigate that axis. Like, where are you and where is the other, and where is the in between? Like, is it losing the self when the more you're with the other? is it taking up too much, not letting, the other person in the relationship be themselves, right? Like, are we not being authentic? Are we being codependent? Are we changing ourselves? Are we people pleasing? Are we being too intense and taking up too much space because we're afraid, or different things like that? So I definitely feel like this Aries energy, like, obviously Aries tends to be like impulsive, and speak first, think after. So we might be feeling a little bit argumentative, a little bit irritable or frustrated during this lunation. But I recommend using that irritation or whatever is coming to the surface and then first sitting with it, because this is, like you said, about ourselves. So first I need to understand what it means for me in my terms, in my life, and my energy before I bring it to the we, before I communicate with somebody else or something else.
You need to know who you are before you enter any relationship dynamics, so you do not lose yourself.
And a lot of us don't even give ourselves that time or attention because we're just not raised to even say, like, who am I? On like a singular level by myself, who am I? Like, you might be working on your relationship to self. Like, am I policing myself? Am I not letting myself show up fully as who I am in the world? Am I turning off my authenticity because of my childhood, my upbringing, my culture, because society's a burning hellscape and I'm afraid to be myself? Like, there's a bajillion reasons why. But yeah, Aries loves to like take up space and like shine and be who they are, that expression piece.
It's the sign of the leader, which is interesting that Venus rules over this third decan of Aries, because ultimately that leadership then is about the cultivation of harmony. But what's so interesting, the ruler of Aries, Mars, has no place in the sign of Libra, does not take over any decan rulership there. So what does that say?
Mars is about taking action and doing things and being motivated, and I feel like Libra, just what Libra rules over, doesn't really touch on those things or need to touch on those things. And I think that it is kind of interesting. It's like Aries needs to borrow more from Libra than Libra needs to borrow from Aries.
Right? Because Mars is still detriment in the sign of Libra, just like Venus is detriment in the sign of Aries.
I think they're just like different. There's so many intersecting, overlapping lines, and maybe that's just not one that's happening here in this Aries Libra energy and relationship. But I feel like, so did you mention the conjunction?
We're going to talk about the next, the new moon.
Let's do that, because that's where I want to go next.
This is big because Chiron is the archetypal energy of the wound, of the pain point, but also how we unravel that wound, and that being what we are here to heal in this lifetime, and then from that healing process, what we're here to teach and guide others in, because we've been in the depths of that wounding and in that pain point. So in Aries, Chiron represents the wound of rejection, especially around authenticity.
Showing up and nobody cares. Nobody wants to be around you.
The feeling of being shamed, especially for trusting your instinct, that can be a really big Chiron and Aries wound. It could also be wounding around being told that your fire, your passion, too much, too intense.
My whole life.
And it's a wounding around hiding authenticity in order to survive. In any given environment.
Or I would say, like, silencing yourself, right? Because Aries likes to speak up, and it's like, if you're a leader and you're like, no one's gonna want what I have to say, they're not gonna tell me to go fuck myself, like, I won't say anything.
Exactly. It's like keeping oneself small, repressing your authenticity. There's a big wound there. So collectively, this lunation may bring up memories around childhood rejection. It could be like any kind of cultural suppression around individuality, and it could be trauma also coming up around the expression of anger or desire, which we see with Aries medicine. But Chiron also reveals the medicine hidden inside of the deeper wounds. So the healing message here with Chiron is that your uniqueness is sacred. Be yourself to the fullest. Like, trust your instinct, even in a world that may not accept all the parts of you.
Yeah. I feel like that's such a big piece right now, because we've had Aries and Chiron for a minute.
For a while.
For since last year, I feel.
Yep. It's been longer than that, I think.
Yeah. So it's like, it's been transiting here, really, I think, highlighting a collective issue. A lot of our society doesn't want us to be ourselves.
I think it goes in Chiron. Chiron goes in Aries the longest, I think, out of, because it's a orbital pattern
so it's naturally here longer. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Like, just speaking from like American experience, I know like much of the rest of the world is going through similar. It's like, we're not seeing leadership that supports our needs and ourselves, and our cultural norms tell us to change and fit in this box and be this thing. And you get 2 choices of gender, you get 2 choices of, you know, like how you want to act in this world. And if you don't fall in line with these boxes and these things, then like you get rejected, right? So I feel like a lot of people have wounds around self-expression and taking up space and feeling like they can bring their own unique form of leadership or guidance or their own trailblazing initiatory energy into the world, but then they just get like shut down and told no from such an early age. And it's baked into all levels of our society. So I think it's interesting that it does transit the longest in Aries. And yeah, Chiron is that wounded healer. So it's like, on a subconscious level, we know so well what our wounds are, that of course we're going to be really good at helping other. You know, it's like that thing where it's like, you need to have a piece of your own medicine. Like, we often are like easy, oh, you should do this, you should do that, here's some advice, here's some but like, are we doing it for ourselves? Are we walking that walk? And I think this lunation is like, you need to walk that walk for yourself. Like, you have to look at yourself and where you're doing this and where this wound is coming up and take that accountability for it, especially because we have Saturn in Aries, so there's going to be like hella themes about accountability for the next few years.
100%.
So I feel like that's also going to like, it's not going to be conjunct in any way, shape, or form, but
no, it's so true, because we all have wounds, we all have pain points, but what if those spaces of the wounding and the pain points are what make you unique, what make you different, and what then attract your aligned community. The Venus piece, attract your aligned relationships. Attract the people that you're here to guide and teach and share and be in community with.
So like an example, like I have ADHD. In our normal society, that's like demonized, right? It's like, you're either like, you're uncontrollable and you're ungovernable and you're chaotic and you can't do things and your brain is broken and like all these negative like things, right? But because of my ADHD, I'm very in tune with how different people learn and how everybody deserves to have the learning environment that best suits them. And so when we're like doing our Celestial Circle online school together, I'm like, we need to have something for the read and write learners, we need to have something for the kinesthetic learners, we need to have something for the visual learners, for the auditory learners, because I want to make sure everybody can feel like they're seen and there's a space for them here, you know. And I want to engage everyone, and I don't want someone to not grasp the content or feel like they can't benefit from this thing that they're paying for because their like thought process, their brain is getting in the way. It's a common learning thing. We have a question, we have to answer the question before we move past it. But like, if you think about school, you're like, teacher, why do we do this? And they're like, just memorize it because it's part of the curriculum. And those kids are going to fall to the wayside because they're not getting their answers met, right? So it's like, that's something that would be demonized, that like is a medicine that I can bring, where I make sure to be inclusive in my teaching. So there's maybe something obviously more related to you in your life around that, but that's the example that came to mind.
100%. The new moon is also squaring Pluto in Aquarius. So yeah, this is an intense energy.
Okay, so there was a square because I was like, where's that square?
Yeah.
I was trying to look for aspects on my thing.
So this is themes around the individual sovereignty pieces that we're talking about with the Aries medicine versus these collective systems, right? Which is Aquarius energy. So Aquarius governs, again, like the systems within society, humanitarian values, technology, and really the future of humanity. So Pluto is here exposing where systems are attempting to reshape identity, right? Like what you were just saying around they're trying to put you in this box, in this box, in this box, when there's a multitude more of options. Like if you just were honest with yourself about what your true authentic expression is, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So the square is suggesting friction between that, like the personal authenticity and then the collective frequency, Aquarius. So in the collective psyche, we may be seeing a rebellion against like societal norms, conforming to society. We may see rebellion against politics that are attempting to shape identity, right? And yeah, we could be seeing like the Aries energy, which is the individual leadership and sovereignty, challenging these systems, right? The Aquarius energy. So the new moon is asking essentially, who gets to define you? You are sovereign. Like, are you allowing culture to define you? Are you allowing the societal norms to define you?
Your community,
the environment, what other people
government
are telling you is acceptable?
Jinx was like, I'm out of here. She's like, whatever.
Hera is also here too. So
yes,
the
I saw that.
The square to Hera is adding like this other layer here around, Hera governing over vows and long-term commitment and the integrity in relationship dynamics. So her tension with the new moon may be highlighting relationship contracts that are evolving, people redefining what commitment and power dynamics mean within their relationships. So again, we keep bringing this up as a deeper question, but can relationships evolve to hold all parties involved as their authentic self, without any shame, without any guilt, without any hiding, without any apology?
Ooh, that's gonna take a minute.
It's intense.
Yeah, I feel like not many people know how to do that.
Yeah, because we were just having this conversation before we started recording and navigating a situation where I'm like thinking about it in terms of navigating it from the other person's emotional body. Like it's
not you,
like,
not starting with your needs
like,
first.
Yeah, like the Aries energy.
Yeah, no, but relationship dynamics are so complex, you know, and it's like not just your relationship with yourself is already complex, and then like you and your mom might have a different dynamic than you and your bestie, and like how you show up in those relationships. This Aries medicine is saying you should show up who you are in all of these relationships.
Yep.
You shouldn't have to be the role of the child with your mom and the role of the best friend with your friend. Like, you should just be you.
Yeah.
You should show up as Tai Lin in all of these spaces, you know?
Yep. 100%. And I think both you and I have created that lifestyle as business owners where we don't have anyone hovering over us for the paycheck. So like we can come on this podcast and say whatever we want. Like
say whatever.
Yeah. And hopefully people out there love us for our authenticity. We hope you love us.
Yeah, I mean, statistically, there's bound to be people that will be into it. But yes.
Yeah, but if you don't like us, that's on you.
Fuck off.
We don't really care that much.
It's fine.
We're too in our authenticity.
Yeah,
to care.
We don't have to get along with everyone.
Exactly. And that's the truth of authenticity of relationship dynamics. There's another square that's happening here, which I just like absolutely needed to note. The new moon is squaring Eros in Cancer now. So Eros, this is, Eros is the god of erotic love and vitality.
It's gonna be like a lot of babies during this time conceived.
Yeah, because Cancer is the representation of the emotional safety, the family dynamics, attachment styles. So this creates the tension between the Aries energy, the desire, and the Eros and Cancer energy, which is the emotional security. So many people, they may feel a pull towards this like passionate new beginning, but fear may be coming up around emotional vulnerability in relationship dynamics. And then, like I was sharing earlier, the childhood wounding and those memories resurfacing, that also might come up with this square. So again, the
family dynamic pattern, generational patterns, trauma is coming up for sure.
100%. And we still have Jupiter exalted in Cancer, who's like magnifying all of this. But yeah, the deeper question here is, can we pursue what we truly desire without abandoning our emotional needs?
Yeah. Because I feel like on the flip side, there's always like a positive and a negative. I feel like on the flip side, it's kind of going along with whatever's going on in our country right now too, where it's like, are people just going to keep following in line in that same dynamic? Are they going to avoid it? You know, are they going to just mirror whatever somebody else set up for them and just keep going on that pattern? It's like maybe during this lunation you have that thought or that feeling, but you don't do anything about it. You know, it's going to keep carrying that on.
Yeah, 100%. And that's what Aries energy is all about. It's like, make the change, take the action, initiate.
Yeah. It's like, I'm always, I feel like I jar a lot of people with an Aries moon because I'm like, I don't give a fuck what your answer is. Just pick your fucking answer and stick to it. Like, can you stand all 10 toes down, stand on your business, own your fucking decision? I value a person that's like, nope, this is what I choose. And even if I don't agree with their opinion or whatever, I'm like, you know what? You made your decision. You stood on business. You owned it. You were confident about it. Okay. You know? Like for most things. Obviously some things it's like, get the fuck out of here. But for most things, like, I'm not going to fight you. That's your life. That's your preferences. That's your choice. If you own it and you feel great about it, then that's good.
And it's okay to change your mind too, right? Because Aries as a ram will go for it and be like, yeah, like that's the thing.
Like, that was a shitty decision. I'm gonna do something differently. Yeah.
So we welcome that too. You know?
I feel like I get like so hot headed, and then like people will be like, "Yo, you came in so hot," like and quick, and I'm like, "Oh, my bad." And it's like I was just like coming in like taking a moment to say something like, "Whoops, sorry."
That's our Aries energy. That's why we're friends, I feel like. Our fire.
I have a French astrologer, Daisy. Shout out to Daisy. Who also is a Sag rising and Aries moon, but I believe is either a Gemini or Taurus sun. And so like it was like a couple years ago now when Justin Bieber had announced that he had some chronic illness. And you know, like I'm on the bandwagon of like, fuck, why are we listening to celebrities? Why do we care about celebrities' lives? Like they're not the most important thing in the world, blah blah. And I didn't read like what he was announcing. I just kept seeing like all these posts about people feeling bad for Justin Bieber, and I was like, this fool has $1 bajillion. I don't feel bad for him. And so like I posted and I was like, why are we still worshiping celebrities? Why do we still care about celebrities? And then she was like, go ahead, Aries moon, pop off. But he did say that he has a chronic illness. And I was like, never mind. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to like downplay his chronic illness. I just came in hot without knowing all the information. I'm so sorry. But then I was like, but still, I don't care about celebrities. I'm not changing my opinion on. She was just like, go ahead, Aries moon.
Yeah. He's got enough money to get the help he needs.
I hope he spends money on that. Jesus. Now that we're learning more, scary.
Oh yeah, he's been through a lot.
Yeah, poor kid. It's like no shade to whatever he's been through, but I was just like, why do we care about this man? Yeah, such an Aries vibe.
Okay, speaking of the Aries vibe, this is really intense, y'all. So sit in the circle. Yeah, have your tea.
My double matcha. I tended to make a double matcha.
A double matcha, it's like, not for the Aries fire.
I need double grounding.
Okay, the ruler of this lunation is Mars. Obviously, is the Aries energy, and Mars is domicile in Aries. Extra intense. Mars is not in a conjunction with the new moon.
Yeah, it's
Mars
too far away.
is involved in this powerful stellium with Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Persephone, who's happening at, like you're saying, further away. So collectively, we may see shifts in ideas. We may see spiritual awakenings. We may see like disillusionment with authority systems. And we may see powerful revelations emerging through dreams, art, or mystical insight. So this new moon is a new beginning, but it's also a reorientation of human willpower and strength of the human spirit. Yeah.
I recommend maybe doing something like unhinged or feral as like your like ritual idea with like Persephone there and Mars. I don't know, like create some kind of ritual that's like the Saturn piece so that you can like yell or like I don't know, like get all your feelings out, you know, like be seen in like a dirty, messy, raw, unfiltered, unperfect way to help you like move through whatever anger or frustration or feelings are coming out. Yeah. I feel like creating some kind of space for you to just like let loose and like let go, but creating the space so that it feels like contained or safe or, you know, something like that. I feel like would be, I just keep seeing someone like in nature with like a shovel, like yelling and crying and like stabbing the dirt with their little shovel or something and like burying something. Like definitely with Persephone, it's like underworld kind of vibes. So burying keeps coming up, but like, yeah, I feel like there needs to be something that I've noticed in my healing work as like a therapist and doing my monthly somatic healing circles is like people don't know how to like express and let go. Like a lot of healing work, people think it's like pretty, and it's literally just you being like and like crying and screaming and like rocking yourself and like getting it out. And like when I guide people to do that, they like don't know how. They like they're so used to like self-policing their emotions and especially their rage and their anger and their rawness of their feelings that they don't even know how to. Like I did an emotional healing circle a couple days ago and we scream into the pillow. So I'm already giving you like that safe, like it's okay, no one's really gonna hear, they're just gonna hear it through the pillow. And like one of the people was like, I can't even scream into the pillow, like my body won't even let me. And so I feel like a lot of people are so used to silencing, policing, holding in, containing. And Aries is just like this raw, wild, like untamed energy, especially with Aries and Mars. Aries and Mercury, we're going to want to express and yell and speak it. So I don't know, like try and challenge yourself. When you do break through that barrier, it gets easier every time, but it's so freeing, like so freeing to just like yell and let your spit like get everywhere. Like just be raw.
Yeah, because it brings you closer and closer and closer and closer to your true energy.
Yeah. Like
to
think
the
about
raw light.
The warrior, right? Like we have Mars and Aries here. We're in Aries season. Like the archetype of the warrior. Like the warrior has a battle cry. The warrior like doesn't hold anything back, because if you hesitate for a second, you lose in battle, right? You have to trust your instincts. You have to be exactly raw and unfiltered and do what feels best to you in any given moment. And you have to give it 110%. You can't hold back. And I feel like this lunation is like, let it out. Let it go.
100%.
The song that's coming to mind is Spit It Out by Slipknot.
Yeah. It's interesting too when you allow for that space, right, to have that release. Like I was saying, it brings you closer to that raw light, your true essence, which that is Aries energy, the first spark of consciousness that says, I am, here I am. And it's also working with your identity structures. And with the new moon, it is again the time where we set intentions. So there's a new cycle happening within your perceived identity structures, right? So if there's something that you want to be and you aren't quite currently that thing, whatever that identity structure is, this is a time where you're setting that intention to embody that, even if you don't have the credentials, the life circumstances haven't happened to create this identity structure for you. You can still embody those codes. And that's what this new moon is, I feel like, also bringing up for the collective.
Yeah. You start somewhere.
Yep. So like in that ceremony, maybe there is in the like the
Ritual.
releasing and the ritual, it is also bringing up clarity around this intention that you're setting for. Maybe the anger you're releasing is, oh my goodness, I've always wanted to be this thing, but I haven't felt safe in my environment to go after this, or everyone's told me that I'm not good at this thing, or whatever it is. And then you're letting that go. You're shedding the what everyone else's perceived narratives have been placed on you, and you are reclaiming your sacred identity, whatever that means for you.
Yeah. Maybe you pick like, I'll go through as we go through the rising signs, like a self-expression piece that you can, maybe when you show up to the ritual, you show up as that version of yourself that never got to be expressed, or you pick like one item or thing that you're wearing or adornment that embodies that too.
100%. So Aries rising.
Yee.
Sit in the circle, because this new moon is happening in your first house.
Yeah, this is really you to be changing your expression. And it's you.
Yeah, the house of your identity. There's a rebirth happening within your identity. So you are stepping into a new chapter of selfhood. And the presence of Chiron here moving through your first house is suggesting healing of any old identity wounds.
Yeah.
So for you, Aries risings, the intentions that you set may focus on embracing your authentic self, releasing any lingering shame around who you are and your identity, initiating a bold new personal project or something else you want to go after. Or it could just be about reclaiming your sovereignty, reclaiming your confidence.
Yeah.
So your medicine, Aries rising, is self-acceptance and courageous visibility.
Yes. I'm seeing taking like old photos of yourself and like letting them go. Like you may not want to burn them, maybe make a copy or whatever. And then like be like, thank you for being that version of myself, whoever I needed to be in that moment. I'm setting it free. I'm burning it, because you're fire rising.
Yep.
Like letting those types of things go, and then thinking about like who you're stepping into. And Aries rules the head, so change something in your self-expression, even if it's temporary, just for that moon. Like maybe you change your hair, you dye your hair, you wear different makeup. Maybe you bleach your eyebrows, it'll be gone in 2 weeks, like maybe you get a piercing, like a nose piercing or something like that. Like you can step further into yourself through like the expression, or different earrings, right? Like maybe you wear like this color green all week because you're stepping into that,
Yes. And I'm just saying, Aries rising, the day before this new moon, we have that free offering that we're going to be doing around your tarot embodiment card. So come to that so you can understand what you are embodying, because that will support you in this new cycle. Just saying, Aries rising, especially for you. Okay, Taurus rising. So this new moon is activating your 12th house of the subconscious, healing work, and the house of spiritual release. So something old is dissolving, so a new identity can emerge here. Yes. So intentions may include releasing any lingering unconscious fears. It could be deepening into a spiritual practice. It could be healing any lingering past grief. And this Aries new moon is really an invitation to trust your deeper intuitive guidance. So with the square to Pluto, profound psychological insights may arise for you, Taurus rising. So your new beginning starts within your inner world. And I also wrote for you, Taurus rising, to prioritize your time in solitude, your time alone.
Yeah, I kept seeing, this is gonna be a deep cut, but like in old video games like PlayStation 1 and 2, like you had like a memory card you would plug in, and then there's like save slots.
Yep.
And then like I kept seeing like you forgot that you had this old save slot, and then you're just gonna go back and delete it. Like it feels like, because it's like that subconscious piece, it's like some kind of programming that's been like stuck in here, some old like version of myself that I stored, I saved the data for. I'm needing to cleanse that out, and I'm needing to like refresh it. So definitely, like, I don't know, I feel like pick something like something that feels like an unconscious kind of conditioning that you want to just like intentionally get rid of. Like, I'm no longer taking on this belief that I'm this person, or I don't just believe that this is true about the world. I never felt this way. I just learned this from something or whatever. Yeah. Like, it definitely feels like that. Yeah. They're playing Joan Jett. I love rock and roll.
Which is really important for Taurus rising, right? Because with this Pluto energy transiting through your 10th house, like, you're being asked to step deeper into who you are in the world, like your recognition, what you're doing. But if you still have all these things in the subconscious lingering, then that's going to prevent you from showing up in the world. And that's what this Aries new moon to me feels like it's about for you, Taurus rising, is like understanding what's still lingering there in the unconscious space and creating a new cycle for yourself.
Yeah. And like Taurus rising is the neck, so maybe you wear like a necklace or put on a perfume or something. I don't know.
Yep. Gemini rising. So this Aries new moon is hitting your 11th house of community, friendships, and future visions. So you are being called to find your soul connections. So intentions may include connecting with aligned collaborators, stepping deeper into leadership within your community, sharing your vision with the collective, and building supportive networks, Gemini rising. So the Four of Wands energy is suggesting celebrating community and shared purpose. So this is a fun time for you, Gemini rising.
Yeah, Gemini, I feel like maybe pick like a friend to talk to or to have a conversation with. Like, I just keep seeing like maybe a game night or something like that, or some. I feel like you want to converse with people that like get it, that like see it, that understand it. Maybe attend an event, like a ritual or something like that someone else maybe puts on. And then Gemini rules like the arms and the hands and the nervous system, but like since we're talking about expression, like maybe you wear like a bracelet or like a ring or something, paint your nails for this lunation in like a way that helps you like maybe think of like the community that you're wanting to call in, and then like wear something that like will be a signal to them or something like that. Like maybe you do like your fingernails in like the trans flag or something, because you're like, I'm trying to signal to my community that like I'm here for this shit, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah, 100%. I love it.
Yeah.
Cancer rising.
Okay. Okay, Cancer rising.
Cancer rising.
We were interrupted by a Cancer rising.
Yeah! That's wild. Okay. The new moon is activating your 10th house of career. So Cancer rising, sit down in the circle. So it's the house of career, purpose, and public visibility.
Yeah.
So a new professional path or leadership role for you, Cancer rising, may be emerging. So intentions may focus on claiming your calling, launching a new career chapter, stepping deeper into public recognition, and redefining what success means for you, Cancer rising, on your own terms. So the square to Eros, again, Eros being in Cancer in your first house.
Yeah.
You also have Jupiter still there exalted, but especially the square to Eros in your first house may be asking you to align your work, what you're doing out in the world, with your deeper desires.
It's actually kind of crazy because my partner Frankie, who interrupted us, is a Cancer rising, and he he interviewed for this job, and then they're like, oh, we gotta wait, and then they're like, we'll probably get back to you April, May, and I'm just like, not the fucking lunation aligning with this shit.
Yep.
And it's also been like a similar theme where he was like, sometime at the end of last year, he was like, I don't think I'm fulfilled in my job anymore. And probably when Chiron was fucking there. And then, yeah, and it's doing something that he's more interested in. So we'll report back to you on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely Cancer risings. Like, I feel like with the public Aries 10th house, like having to embrace that like public, I would challenge you, because you know Cancers be like, I want to be safe in my shell and I don't want to like be exposed and stuff. So I would recommend for you to like maybe try and like put yourself out there in a new or different way that feels more aligned for you, or that feels like leadership or initiatory or radical or expressive for you. Like maybe you can wear, because you know Cancer is the chest, so maybe wear like a red t-shirt or something, you know, like wear something big and bold and that feels like expression to you. My brain is so inappropriate. My brain is like, if you have titties, you know, just like rock them, just no shirt on, just be radical. Yeah,
not Cancer rising, ruling the breast.
No, that's why I'm like, you know. Yeah, I definitely feel like wear your t-shirt. That's gonna be like an easy assignment. Just wear something that feels like an expression and aligns with your desires and your public image, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to be like a caretaker, maybe dress up what that looks like to you. If you want to be like, I don't know, some kind of like future kind of like change maker, dress up what that looks like for you, you know? Put it out there. Wear it on your chest. Maybe you put like wear like words on your chest that symbolizes like your self-expression or something like that.
100%. And Cancer risings, you are already ruled by the moon. That is your ruling archetypal planet. So anytime we have lunations, especially for you Cancer risings, you're just feeling the moon,
you're gonna feel it
more intensely because you're ruled by the moon. Yeah,
and the reason, the whole point of doing this shit is so like you can embrace the energy and not feel like, damn, this past few days have been fucking horrible. Like everything hasn't been working out. It's like,
I doubt that. They've got Jupiter exalted in their first house. No, emotions might be intense, but like
in general, like,
y'all have the protector happening.
Yes, they'll be fine, but like in general, and that's what you do with any moon phase, is like understand what's going on so you can help yourself.
Oh, that's so important for Cancer risings.
Yeah,
that's how you connect with your ruling archetypal planet. And for y'all, like, you can just look up in the sky and connect with your ruling archetypal planet. Yeah, we hardly ever see Jupiter, our ruling planet. Man. Do we see Jupiter like every once in a blue moon?
Yeah,
right?
Jupiter does come. Jupiter and Venus come a little close. The other planets, not really.
Yeah. So cool.
Yeah.
Leo rising. Speaking of
fire.
Well, like the archetypal energies that you can see, right?
Every
you see the sun every day.
Man, fuck you. You think you're so special, Leo.
Oh, Leo risings are special and they know it. Again, we need the drama. Give it to us. Spill the tea, Leo rising.
I have a Leo rising mother. No, thank you.
Leo rising. So this Aries new moon is activating your 9th house of expansion, philosophy, and spiritual exploration. So a new journey of learning or teaching may be beginning here, Leo rising. So intentions may include studying something, a new philosophy system or belief system that is exciting to your soul. It could be sharing your wisdom publicly, right? Because this is also the house of publishing and distributing wisdom. So putting your energy out there with what is that you want to teach and share. It could be the frequency of traveling. Maybe there's a new trip that you want to plan and you're starting it with this Aries new moon. It could be exploring new cultures and deepening, again, your own spiritual understanding. So you're being asked to expand your worldview and follow that fire of curiosity.
I feel like what I'm seeing is like maybe you're shifting like a belief, right? Like maybe you held on to this belief because that's how you were raised or whatever, and it doesn't actually truly align with like your inner truth and expression, and you're like, why do I keep upholding this belief? Why haven't I confronted this belief? It's not authentic to me and my expression. And like that radical, you know, because Aries, like we said, like Aries comes in hot, but Aries is okay shifting, you know, even though it's a cardinal sign. It's like, so, like I just want to have a good time, and if this is in the way of me having a good time, then I'm gonna deal with whatever's in the way. So I feel like this Aries energy is like, don't get too like stubborn. Oh, but I've believed this for the past 30 years or something. Like if you need to shift it, it's okay. I feel like spirit is just being like, don't get too attached to how it was, whatever is showing up in your ninth house themes in your life for this lunation. And it's okay if you need to like throw it out the window. You know, like I feel like this lunation is feeling very like punk and, you know, rock and roll to me. Like the energies and the vibes, the songs that they keep sending me are definitely in that vibe. And I just feel like it's sort of like, look, it's okay if this shit isn't working, we throw it out. You know, punk music is like, we go against the grain, against like what is broken in our society.
They embrace their individuality, like pink spiky hair and like
anarchy. Like we break from the norm when it doesn't serve people, and we create something that's better. So I just feel like it's that kind of energy of like, if you just need to say like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw this belief out the window and like rebuild from scratch. I feel like that's sort of like the intention piece that you're talking about. Like, yeah, because your perception, your worldview is how you move through the world and what you then believe is possible. So it is, I mean, the backbone of all of existence. Like that's why they call the ninth house the house, to the ancients, the house of God, or what I would say the house of source consciousness. Love Sagittarius energy. Leo is the heart. So, or like, heart, I want to say like upper back, spine area, something like that is coming up. I don't know. Maybe tap on your heart when you're doing this, when you're saying this thing, when you're writing it, when you're shifting it. Definitely you could wear like a shirt too. That would work.
Virgo rising. This new moon is activating your 8th house of transformation, intimacy, and shared resources. So a deep alchemical shift is present for you, Virgo rising, with this Aries new moon. So intentions may focus on healing trust and intimacy, releasing old emotional attachments, transforming financial partnerships, and reclaiming your personal power. So the square to Pluto makes this a potent moment for shadow work and empowerment, because again, Pluto is transiting through your 6th house, right? Of like the daily habits, the rituals, the routines. So this is a big one for you, Virgo rising. For transformation.
I feel this fear to look at it because 8th house is like things we want to keep hidden, things we're scared of looking at. Things that have been discouraged, you know, throughout our life. I feel this like, I don't want to look at it. Like I keep seeing this visual of like someone like touching it but like not looking at it, you know, type of thing. I feel like in Fear Factor when they put like the like cockroaches in the box and they're like, what's in there? And you have to like stick your hand in. You're like, what is it? Oh my God, it's crawling on me. So that shit always gets me. I don't know. I feel like with Virgo, there can be this like stubbornness, this intensity, this like, I'm going to make it the way that I want it to be type of energy. And I feel like this 8th house theme is like, transformation cannot be like, you can't plan that. You can't like be like at 2 p.m. I'm gonna have my transformation, you know. Like you have to
Virgo would love that,
right?
Like,
can I schedule this for a time that's better for me?
Let me prioritize.
Can I get this system update when I'm sleeping, please? So I don't know. I feel like there's this inherent like, I don't want to stubbornness this isn't helping, or it's out of the way. So I feel like try and be a little bit more open-minded as these pieces come up for you, and especially with that like, I don't know, there's like an intensity, frustration energy that I'm feeling too, because I feel like Virgo can get very irritable, just like Aries can. If not a little more, because it's like an earth sign. They're more nitpicky. So yeah, I would try and like release some of that. Virgo rules the stomach, so maybe rubbing some oils that help you soften and help you open up. Maybe you're ingesting, like, pick a smoothie or like some kind of elixir of some kind that has like herbs that help with whatever is coming up for you, help you digest, right? Because what I'm feeling is like this resistance to digest it. So focusing on like, can I just first digest this piece that's coming up? And then maybe after I figure it out or I digest it, then I can see what the shift or the change or the thing is.
Yeah, because ultimately it's about who are you sharing energy with, Virgo rising? And is it aligned for you to share your energy?
Yeah. I don't know.
There could be a new cycle coming up around the shared resources.
Maybe even like seeing places that you were allowing other people to have access to your energy in like the other realms and stuff, like maybe do like a power and energy like recall.
The shadow work piece.
Yeah. Like, am I letting people siphon my shit? Am I being connected energetically to these people and I don't need to?
Yep. Libra rising. This is a big new moon for you, Libra rising. So sit in the circle. So Libra rising.
Hey, sit down. I see you getting up. Come on.
Yeah. Stop getting distracted. Libra rising. This Aries new moon is landing in your 7th house of partnerships and sacred relationship dynamics. Yep. So relationships may begin, relationships may transform, relationships may deepen. So intentions,
makeup,
100%. Intentions may include calling in conscious partnerships, healing patterns within relationships, strengthening communication within relationships, and committing to mutual growth, whether that is in a romantic partnership, a friendship, a business collaboration, whatever that is when it comes to relationship dynamics, that might be coming through for you. And the presence of Hera here in Aquarius is suggesting themes around sacred commitment and partnership integrity. So she might be supporting you and maybe rewriting a contract and beginning a new one, because new moons are when we set that new cycle. So
yeah, I keep feeling like Spirit is saying for the Libra risings, like someone is gaslighting you. Like I feel like you're trying to like take up your space and be authentic or set that boundary, and someone's like, no, I benefited from you not having this boundary. Why do you want to have this boundary? I don't enjoy this boundary. I reject this boundary. You can go fuck yourself. Like, I just feel like there's someone like trying to convince you that your feelings are wrong, or that you're seeing things from the wrong perspective or the wrong angle or something like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like you need to like understand and set your own intentions, like what you want in the relationship dynamic without that other person's input. And I think you need to like learn how to like stand firm in that too. Like, it just feels like I see you like getting worried that it's true, whatever these people are telling you, and Spirit is like, come on, you know that that's not true. Like, you're just letting them like convince you into staying in the same dynamic instead of setting that new dynamic that fits better for you.
Yeah. Or it could be like a shocking experience. Like, they might not know entirely because their ruling planet, Venus, is in Taurus conjunct Uranus for this lunation.
Just like all of a sudden, there's something like, here.
Yeah, exactly. So like the gaslighting piece may be happening and they don't realize it, and then it feels like
that's why I feel like Spirit was like, they're not.
Yeah.
They're lying to you. You know, like, don't believe them. They're fucking blowing smoke up your ass. Yeah, I definitely think so. Like, obviously not everyone, but I feel like a lot of people are going to experience that.
Yeah. And with the Uranus piece, there might be like crazy sudden shifts.
Yeah, like, if you're going to set this tiny boundary, then I don't want to have a relationship with you anymore. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, I was just asking for you to be a little more respectful to me. But if you're going to say that, then thanks for showing yourself. You know, you got to people will show you their true colors. People will show you.
100%.
Let them, take them at face value.
It's a transformative time, right? Because then their ruling planet is transiting through their 8th house, the house of
you'll get intuition about this.
So
you're gonna get intuition.
Or the house of transformation. So
yeah,
we'll see. Libra rising. Okay, Scorpio rising. This new moon is activating your 6th house of health, of service, and of daily rhythm. So a new routine or a lifestyle path may be emerging. So intentions include committing to self-care, creating nourishing daily rituals, aligning your work with purpose, a deeper level of purpose, and improving physical or emotional well-being. So small daily actions now will create powerful long-term transformation, Scorpio rising. Your day-to-day things that you do, they matter, Scorpio rising.
I just keep seeing like this, you need to put your blinders on.
Yep.
And you need to do the things that you need to do for you. Like, I just kept seeing, like, you need to pour into yourself. You need to take better care of yourself. You need to, when you said those little daily actions, that was what I was seeing, was like, I'm going to make this drink because I'm feeding myself with nourishment. I'm going to take this walk because it's helping me move through this energy. Like, I feel like Scorpio risings, like, so much of this energy can build up in your vessel. Like, especially around, like, the genitals, hips area. And so it's, like, needing to make sure you have that movement or that healthy routine or rhythm or self-care for yourself. And not just, like, try and, like, be all, like, in the other realms to, like, process it and let it go. You can bring in, like, it feels like needing to bring the, like, medicine and transformation of the other realms into the day-to-day for you. Like, maybe it's not, like, a big-ass ritual, but maybe it's, like, I'm going to do these few intentional things this day, and that's going to be what, you know, helps spark it and helps bring in that change or transformation I'm looking for. Yeah, and, like, your self-expression with the Aries energy is tied to how well you care for yourself, right? So you need to understand that relationship and know that, like, to show up as my best expression of self, I need to pour into myself. I need to feed into myself.
Yeah.
I need to make time for myself. And I need to be very discerning about what I'm spending my time doing. Because some of you, because this is the house of job or work, you might be like, fuck this shit. I want a new job. I want a new cycle. I want a new phase. Obviously, like, do it to the best of your intentions and think it out and don't be impulsive. Because sometimes I feel like Scorpio can be sometimes impulsive in that way.
They like the adrenaline rush.
Yeah, they're like, I'm gonna tear it all down and start over, and it's like, damn, bro, like, okay, dude.
Well, they're the embodiment of transformation.
Yeah, so it's like, hold on, dude. But yeah, I think there's definitely, for you, it's not gonna feel like this big old thing. It's gonna be in the little pieces. I was getting that too.
Yep. You ready for you? Sagittarius rising. Sit in the circle because this Aries new moon, it's a fun one for y'all. So you're going to want to hear this, Sag rising. So, yep, this Aries new moon is lighting up your 5th house, the house of creativity, joy, and self-expression. Aligns with Aries, right? So this
my Aries moon there. Great.
Yep. So this is a beautiful moment for creative rebirth. So intentions may include starting a new creative project, embracing play on a deeper level, centering into your joy, opening your heart to romance, and expressing your authentic voice. So the 4 of Wands energy here is inviting you to celebrate life and your creative spark.
Yeah.
This is fun, Sag rising.
I definitely feel like something creative and expressive is coming through, whether you're like, I don't know, I feel like this call to like create something and then like adorn yourself with it. Like maybe you like paint your own shirt type of thing, or you like cut it up and put like fucking string and what is it called, clothespins or different things like that on it. I feel like this energy of there's a shell that you've outgrown. Like, to me, it feels like you're like a crab and you're like too big for this shell, and now you need to step into the next shell. And it feels like something that you've been maybe feeling for a minute.
Yep.
And then now you're like, time to like do the transformation piece, time to like alchemize this new, find the new shell, find the new home, right?
Well, as a Sag rising, your body, you are naturally built to expand. So that imagery makes sense because Sag risings are here to explore. They're here to travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whether that's physically, mentally, spiritually, you're here to travel. You're here to expand your consciousness.
And the 5th house is where like our joy, our passion, our desires are. So there maybe is some part of you that hasn't been listening to your desires, that hasn't like been honest and allowed yourself to express those desires. So that's that shell piece is like, I need to start doing it. I can't keep holding it back. And Sag rules the thighs, so maybe wear some like bright red shorts or something. I don't know.
Or do like hip circles and like dancing.
Yeah,
Dancing's so joyful.
Yeah,
whatever is gonna bring you into your joy.
Jupiter rules over like dancing.
Oh, I dance every day. I have a practice at a dancing. I love it. Our Jupiter
I just
rules.
be dropping that ass randomly, like open the fridge, like
Yeah, same.
Frankie's always like, damn.
Is
like,
that a Jupiter ruled thing? Like
dance is, I read this whole post about you.
Yeah, because
like
we're both Jupiter ruled.
Like, you just gotta move, because Jupiter understands like the movement of the universe and the movement of energy. You know, so it's like you just dance break. You know,
literally
get it out.
The last time I was here, I was just like dancing randomly. You were like, dance party.
Yeah, I fucking all the time. I'm like, hell yeah. Hey man, you gotta microdose that shit. You gotta like move the energy.
There's
Don't
no
let it
music
stagnate.
happening. I'm just dancing.
Oh, there's like 7 songs in my mind right now. Like sometimes I'll be dancing and Frankie will be dancing. I'm like, what song are you dancing to? And he'll be like, this song. I'm like, oh, I'm dancing to this song.
Yeah.
In my head, just like.
Yeah, it's a joyful moment for you, Sag rising. So
thank God.
Yeah. Capricorn rising. Maybe not so joyful. Okay, but Capricorn rising. Still sit in the circle.
It's a different circle,
it's happening in your angular house, so you need to be here, Capricorn
rising. It's like you're going to the principal's office. It's like, sit in the circle.
Yeah, Cap rising. Okay, so this Aries new moon for you, Capricorn rising, is activating your 4th house of home, of family, of your emotional roots. So a new foundation is forming in your home life, in your personal life. So intentions may include healing family patterns, which can be intense with the Aries energy, creating a peaceful home environment, reconnecting with emotional security, and building a sense of deeper belonging. So this lunation ultimately is asking you to build a home that truly supports your soul, Capricorn rising.
Yeah, I would recommend changing something in your home. Maybe you put up like something you create, some kind of art, some kind of expression that makes you feel like it is your home or your expression of yourself. I definitely feel this because the Aries energy, like there's going to be maybe some kind of family something or other going on, maybe an argument or disagreement or something here for sure. It feels like we're fighting. Like it feels like it's like, no me, no you, like our side, like this is what I want, this is what I want,
especially with Saturn, Neptune, Mars.
That's why I'm like, there's so much energy here,
Mercury, like
and I feel like for you, I'm seeing this need to want to keep your cool and not speak your truth, and I feel like maybe that's the pattern that's being called to end. You know,
how are you going to be emotionally secure and safe within yourself if you're not? Right?
Yes. Like you need to acknowledge that part of yourself that needs to have a flame that feels strong and can burn bright in your home and your family. And I feel like there's like resentment or anger. Like I'm seeing like crossed arms, like, you know, like I feel like you're not feeling seen. Maybe the inner child is being activated here.
Yeah.
It feels like you're not feeling seen or heard about something to me.
Yeah. And you deserve to feel at home, Capricorn rising, especially with Neptune in your 4th house for the next 14 years.
Illusions at our home. Yeah.
Like, no.
Make your home
Don't
your
play.
fantasy.
You deserve to, like, anchor in your roots, especially when it's aligned with your self-expression, the Aries medicine.
Yeah, maybe even spend time, like, if you don't know what your like best home looks like or feels like or is expressed as, like, spend time dreaming. If you like look through like Pinterest or something, or like, I don't know, watch a show about home renovations. They're all the same aesthetic anyways, but look at a Dwell magazine or something. see what, like, you know, what calls to you. So I feel like Capricorn can be so practical.
Yeah.
Like, I have a Cap rising friend, and they're just like, yeah, I don't really decorate my home. Like, I'm only going to be here for a year, so what's the point? It's like, oh.
It makes
you live here for 365 days. You should like what you look at, you know? Like, it's worth putting in effort to feel homey.
Yeah, like, it might even be, like, Josh and I, if you go to our place, literally the artwork is all of our original paintings.
Yeah.
Like, that's, like, the home vibe.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's a self-expression piece. So that could be what, like, create and then put it up on the wall. Yeah. So, Aquarius rising. This Capricorn, or sorry, not Capricorn. Stuck on you, Capricorn rising. Aquarius rising. This Aries new moon is illuminating your 3rd house of communication, learning, and ideas. So a powerful new story is beginning around your voice. Intentions may focus on sharing your voice, especially more openly, writing, teaching, speaking, learning new skills, and connecting with your local community. So the square to Pluto, again, who's transiting through your 1st house, Aquarius rising, suggests that your words carry deep transformative power here.
Yeah, and I feel like Pluto here, you're being initiated, right? Like, people have been saying that the
next 20 years.
The Aquarius placement, especially Aquarius risings, maybe Aquarius suns, you're part of this revolution that's happening, right? Like, you're sort of like an living embodiment of it, I guess, if that makes sense. So yeah, and in the 3rd in the house of communications and all the things, like, you need to speak about, you write something, draw something, communicate in some kind of way what it is that you're initiating, what it is that you're stepping into. I feel frustration. I feel a buildup of frustration. Like, Aquarius energy is avant-garde, and because of that, a lot of Aquarius placements are like, the fuck? Like, they're just like, why are we doing this? This is dumb. Like, who agreed to doing all of this? This isn't serving anybody. And there can be, like, that frustration in that, you know, where it's like, why am I sitting here putting up with this when this is stupid? Yeah. You know? And so I feel like with that 3rd house, it's like, I don't know, like, Spirit is saying, like, say something unhinged, you know? Like, just get it out.
Do you think Aries cares if it offends?
Hell no.
Exactly.
Like, let go, break free with your words, say everything that you've needed to say. And whether that's writing it down and just getting it out, yelling into the void, like, saying it to the actual person, it's your choice. Yeah. But you need to get this so it feels like it's, like, building. The frustration is, like, cementing in my chest. And it's like, you just need to get this out.
Yeah. 100%. Because listen, like, your voice, when you are truly anchored and embodied in that, like, you are here to lead through the way you think, through your mindset, through your expression. That's the Aries energy. And because of your Aquarius rising energy, You are naturally embodied in the frequency of innovation. You are the visionaries. You are the way forward for humanity, Aquarius rising.
And that's why you have that bold-ass third house. Because
exactly.
It's like, people are going to be like, what? I don't want to do that. Yeah. That's stupid. Why would we do that? And you need to be like, I don't care.
Exactly. Pisces rising. Fellow Pisces risings. This Aries new moon is activating our second house of values, self-worth, and resources. So we are redefining what we truly deserve. So intentions for us may include strengthening our self-worth, creating financial stability, aligning the inflow of money and the outpouring of money with a deeper purpose, honoring our natural talents and gifts. So the healing presence of Chiron here, who is just, oh my goodness, been in our second house, may help release old stories of scarcity or any feelings around unworthiness. Yeah. So with this Aries new moon, Pisces rising, we are planting seeds for greater abundance and a deeper and deeper and deeper layers of self-value. Yeah. Worthiness.
Yes. Yeah, I feel it makes sense for what we were talking about, but I feel like with the Pisces risings, I'm getting this sense of like, I just keep hearing too nice, too nice, too nice, too nice, too nice over and over again. No, that's, I'm like, I'm not saying, I swear to you, I'm not just making this shit up for you. But I do feel like it's like, because you can see like both sides, all the sides, you can value and see everybody and their parts in this, that can sometimes get in the way of your second house of values, where it's like, oh, but I value this person and I care about this person and I have respect for this person, and it's like, okay, well now 20 people's needs are being met before yours. Like, why are we being so nice with our value system and how we're showing up in the world? And I feel like that Aries energy is like, we need to be like a little bit more fierce and more like forthcoming with what we want. Yeah. And then I'm also seeing the flip side of some of the Pisces rising people that get stuck in like the victim mentality. Like, I feel like they're like, okay, if you feel like you're doing a little bit too much, like if you're like me and my needs, then it's like, okay, like, what is going on here? Where is our value system not aligning, and where are we like pushing back against what other people are maybe sharing with us or mirroring back to us? I feel like if you feel like you're constantly having to claw and grab and steal your space to get some kind of sense of being seen or recognized, then maybe you need to shift yourself. But if you feel like you're constantly giving away your space to everybody and you don't get any piece of the cake and there's no cake left at the end, then maybe you need to like, you know, eat your cake first. You need to do it. Give yourself that space first.
Yeah. Because ultimately, Pisces risings with Aries as our second house, we do value self-expression. We do value authenticity. We do value the Aries quality of being the leader, being the trailblazer. And oftentimes, because of our sensitivity, being Pisces risings, we're not meant to make money in like traditional ways, like working for someone else to make money. Like, no, Pisces risings, because we're artists naturally, because we're mystics naturally, because we're otherworldly, and now Neptune transiting through our second house, this is an invitation to make money, to generate resources with our natural gifts and skill sets.
Yeah, like, don't let your dreams be dreams.
Exactly. And then the Saturn piece is like, all right, let's create the form with it. Yep, and take accountability for what our gifts are and anchoring into that worthiness piece.
Yeah, 100%.
So the Aries new moon for all of us is reminding us that every new beginning begins with courage. The courage to be seen, the courage to heal old wounds, the courage to follow the desires of our soul. So when we plant our intentions now with that courage, we are not only creating personal change, we are helping build a collective world where authenticity is celebrated. And we all need that. We all need that in our world.
Yeah, and I will say, so Chiron has been in Aries since 2019, 2018. And it's gonna be here until 2026, 2027. So I don't know. I just feel it. I'm sure. Well, I'm not sure, but we've been seeing it as a key player in the past. I've noticed it, like all of 2025, it was there, right? Yep. Like it was a key player, sometimes being square, the lunation.
Especially with the nodal axis when we had that there.
Libra and Aries was, the north and south nodes were there. Like, so I feel like this, this transit being finally conjunct a moon phase. So what have you been working on in your house of Aries that we just talked about, each house based on your rising sign? With this Chiron here, has there been a consistent theme or a wound or an unearthing consistently of certain themes in your life since 2019, right? And especially in that house that we talked about that you have Aries in. This is the time to do it, it feels to me. Like, I feel like Spirit is like, you have been preparing for this for some time. You've been being called into this, being initiated into this for some time, for a few years now, throughout all of COVID, basically, right? What was happening for you during COVID and beyond the lockdown. And I just feel like it's like, now that it's conjunct here, this is your chance to like plant that seed, to really anchor into it and to really understand it and maybe finally be done with it. Like, I don't know how much more clear I can be about that, but I just feel like they're like, hey, this is finally here. What you've been touching on, that wound that you've been seeing in little bits and pieces, it's time.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, to start a new cycle. That's
You're
what
ready.
Moons are all about.
Yeah.
Cool. So we have 4 more transits to get through.
Yeah.
Can we speed run it?
Speed run.
Let's try it. Okay. So from April 19th to May 19th, we have the sun in Taurus. We are officially in spring. So collectively, this transit can bring through, again, this frequency of stabilizing, of sustaining, of grounding. We're held in spring. It can bring up themes around the economy, around money, around resources, around embodiment work, around slowing down, tapping into your senses, right? So it's interesting because Aries, again, initiates spring, and then Taurus season comes in.
Fully embodies that.
Oh, fully with being ruled by, Taurus is ruled by Venus. It is beauty. It's a pleasure, sensuality. So yeah, too much Aries, like this is burnout energy. Too much Aries is like the ram just charging forward, where Taurus is like, oh, it's okay to slow down. Yeah. Taurus, I love Taurus people because they remind me that same thing. Like, it's
taking care of your body.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Slow down.
I feel like this is a great time to take care of yourself, to have a little bit of slowness, or enjoy the fruit of your labors, enjoy the small things in life, small pleasures in life. I was seeing stuff around nourishment coming up.
Yes. The food systems.
I've been seeing some stuff. I know we're filming this at the end of March, so it's like a little bit till this happens, but I've been seeing a lot of things in the news around like people realizing that like they're putting shit in our food that legally they shouldn't be. So I just feel like there's going to be something around that's going to come up. Something about food or food systems or nourishment. A new system
with that, right? Because this is the new moon is the last lunation we have Uranus and Taurus. Because Uranus is going to fully move into Gemini.
Okay.
So, and then that's also the Aries piece around sovereignty and like the frequency around like our autonomy, right? Like what we're putting into our bodies,
and also knowing that that's gonna be around the last bit of the Uranus and Gemini, maybe, or in Taurus, maybe something with like Bitcoin or money or something like that.
Yep.
Like, because they literally announced that like the U.S. is insolvent, like the IRS announced that, which means we don't make enough money to pay for all of our bills. We are not profitable. So there might be some like money shift. Like people have been supposing that maybe the US dollar doesn't become the reigning system anymore. So I don't know. Look out for those types of themes and things. But yeah, it's the food thing that I was seeing was like beef specifically from Argentina. I think maybe not Argentina. Venezuela. Whatever meat that's like being out out, like countries buy it and source it, they found that there was like this antibiotic that's been banned for 30 years, like in the meat. And like the UK like was like rejected it and was like, we don't want this. And then the US was like, we'll double our order. So themes like that around nourishment that happen every single day and they don't tell you about.
Yeah.
All right.
And Taurus invites us into our body, right? Because when you're in your body will tell you, I don't want that food. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
You ready for your Venus return now?
Sure, Jan.
So
whatever that fucking looks like.
You're like, what is that going to bring through? April 24th until May 17th, we have Venus in Gemini, the curiosity of the heart. So Venus in Gemini here is witty, it's curious, it's playful, it's communicative, it's experimental in relationships. So collectively, this increases our social connection, learning, conversation, flirtation, collaboration, and rapid movement in art. So Venus in Gemini loves to connect the dots. So use this time to explore, study what you're interested in, and have all the conversations. Just
throw a board game party. That'd be great.
Please, can we do that with the Corinthian Akatar celebrating? Finally, we have dates for Akatar 6 and 7.
We have other. At a board game party, you play more than one, but yes. Like, the fuck, one game?
Hyper specific.
How not Venus and Gemini? Just one?
Just one.
Just one? Who the fuck? You're not invited. No, yeah, board game party. We can do a board game party.
Yeah, let's do it. Jinx likes that. Jinx is like, yes.
Well, she has a Gemini moon. She's like, hell yeah. Look at her. Board game party. I love board games. Yeah. I don't know. What if people have Venus and Gemini, what should they expect for Venus return?
Well, it is going to depend on where Gemini lives for you in your natal chart. So what house is being activated. So that piece matters because that will tell you more about what the themes of the return will be and how they will actually be lived in your own life experience. But essentially, like, Gemini energy loves novelty. It is curious. It's a sign of the twins. It's about polarity, duality. So there's a love of the mutable air, which is chaos. It is air that is everywhere. It is over there, over here. Yes. So
I love it.
It follow your curiosity, right? Like that's the biggest thing with
scavenger
Venus.
Hunt.
Yeah. Like follow your curiosity, explore, have those conversations.
Yeah.
And for you, you might expect deeper conversation within your relationship.
Yeah.
Or with like friendships, right? Like, you know, like the
Contractual.
conversation that's like, oh my gosh, light bulb moment.
Yeah.
I got this, I got that, because for love, it's happening in their 7th house of relationships.
Or even like new forms of communication or things like that.
Yeah.
Could be coming through. Yeah. Love of new communication.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have Venus and Gemini, let's celebrate our Venus return together. Let us know. Write in. Maybe
like role play. That's a fun thing. I feel like Venus and Gemini, because again, there's a love of the novelty piece.
I do like stand-up comedy just every
you do?
every day.
Oh my God.
Every day in my house. I'm pretending to be somebody else. I'm committing to the bit. I'm like, you see me when I put the moon thing on for our videos and I'm like, bitch. Like I'm just I'm like, I'm gonna be this person right now.
Yeah, the thoughts just stream in and it's boom.
The ideas. Have an ideas party.
Ooh, brainstorming party.
Brainstorming session.
Yeah. There's also like, you know, Gemini is known as a sign of the student, right? It's always learning. So there's a love of that for Venus and Gemini.
Jack
of
all trades, master of none. That's like, the Venus and Gemini energy.
Whatever it is that you're curious about or you want to know more, or like YouTube University, whatever you want to know, search it up on YouTube.
I did like a mosaic tile making class with my partner. I've done a Turkish lamp making class. Like just different things to try.
Exactly. Yeah. Like explore.
Yeah.
Have fun. Your curiosity is where your heart is if you have a natal Venus and Gemini.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of Gemini,
The big
sit
boy.
in
The big boy.
the circle. Okay, we're gonna get through this.
The big boy.
April 25th, all the way until May 21st, 2033. Oh my goodness, what are we gonna be doing in 2033? Uranus.
Girl, I'm gonna be dead. I don't know.
I'm like, what is happening for me with this
13
transit?
years from now?
Like, your relationships might be completely different by the end of this transit. I don't know.
You hear that, Frankie?
Like,
The fuck?
yeah. Who knows? My roots, it's happening in my fourth
Scared.
house. My foundation. What is changing? What is shifting? Okay. Uranus. We're going to stop teasing y'all now. Uranus, again, from April 25th all the way until May 21st of 2033, Uranus will be in Gemini. The information revolution begins, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
So this is a significant generational transit.
Mm-hmm.
Uranus takes 84 years to circle the entire zodiacal wheel. The last time that Uranus was in Gemini was 1941, which sparked global communication networks, code-breaking breakthroughs, intelligence revolutions, early computing.
And it was during war.
It was during war. It's a signature of war.
A signature of war, yeah.
And mass media shifts, right? Like, that's when we started to see, like, propaganda, right? Like, the wording, the languaging, shifting people's ideas and mentality, the Gemini energy, the mind, the way you think. So this transit historically does correlate with radical shifts in communication and technology. So it could be bringing shifts in AI, it could be bringing shifts in digital systems, languaging, data, and networking.
Yeah. It says American Revolution, Uranus was in Gemini, American Civil War, Uranus was in Gemini, World War II, Uranus was in Gemini. So, you know, just great forecast for the future.
Right? Because Uranus, again, the archetypal energy of the Great Awakener. Uranus is the frequency of revolution, sparking change. And Gemini, like I just said, is a sign of the twins, a polarity and duality. Mm-hmm. So Gemini energy can embody it all.
And the chaos, right? It can be the positive or the negative.
But in like, speaking of the frequency of war, it's like, do you believe this thing? Are you on this side? Like, what? In war, like, you can't be wishy-washy, right? And like, your mindset, your mentality, your perception, the way you view the world shifts everything.
Yeah, so they're saying like new forms, new technology, new apps, new forms of communication, new ways that we're talking in the world. Global conflicts, social upheaval, technological advancements. Yeah, definitely, like, awakenings. If you're thinking about the themes of each of those wars that we called out in the US, those are big awakenings, right? Like, one, the American Revolution was like, we don't want to be part of this king and this empire. We want to have our own representation. We want our needs to be met. The Civil War, right? Like, slavery. Literally, like, hello, like, it's not okay, let's not do this, let's end it. Same thing with World War II. It was genocide, it was wrong, we needed to get there. So I feel like because the Gemini energy can be so chaotic, we maybe often see that, like, negative piece before it turns positive piece, if that makes sense. Because sometimes the key players, especially knowing our government is not rooted in our people and serving our people, they're going to take that energy and they're going to try and pull it where they want it to go for their interest. And then the people are going to have to be like, yo, no, let's not do that. So yeah. Yeah.
And another thing I was meditating on with, like, the fast pace movement of both of these frequencies. Gemini is so fast, and Uranus is also fast, like lightning. So I was meditating with it, speeding up the collective brain and learning functions, especially paired with the technology pieces.
Well, that's why people are saying like AI stuff, where it's like constantly just able to output, and then we're gonna have to be like, is this real? Is this not real?
Yeah.
Is this AI? Is it human made?
Yeah.
Like, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Like, definitely we're going to see so much of that flying around that we're going to have to really anchor and ground and be like, what is real? What is not real? Especially our government. They don't even need AI. They're just fucking straight line our faces and trying to propagandize and trying to create, like a precedent that something is true when it's not. So we're really going to have to discern.
Yes.
During this time, really gonna have to discern during this time.
You had said when we talked about this, because Uranus dipped into Gemini, and you said that you were getting this vision from spirit around multiple voices, like, and it being so loud.
Yeah, everybody is on their soapbox. Everyone is just like, me. What about I have to say this. That's what I'm saying. There's just going to be, everyone's going to be speaking and throwing their shit into the void.
And we talked about this, the importance of discernment. We were prepping y'all. If you've been in this space with us, even if we weren't the Celestial Circle then, but hopefully you've been in the space with us. And we've been prepping y'all. Like, the discernment piece is key.
It's going to be big here. It's going to be... And because Gemini rules like the nervous system, they describe this as like a societal nervous system upgrade, right? That's kind of what I was touching on with like realizing these things are wrong and then shifting.
Yep.
So I would say like this next 13 years, like really be on your P's and Q's about your nervous system.
Especially because of all of the information flowing in.
We already have so much news, so much stuff. People are like, ooh, and so like you're really going to have to make sure you're listening to, are you overloading your system? Maybe depending upon your placements in your chart, you have more capacity now. And maybe you have less capacity to do that. And you need to just learn what your new balance is going to be. A lot of authoritarian, like we see, because Uranus is like anti-authoritarian. So we're probably going to be seeing like maybe systems breaking out for cultures that are being oppressed, or like our countries like doing like fascist control of information. So there might be new pockets of people popping up to share truth, to share information, to shine light on things. This is a huge shift that a lot of people are pointing to in terms of like when more of this war will break out, for sure. Yeah, because it's a signature of that. We kind of already started it, but it could also bring through, like, speaking of this, speeding up the collective brain, a revolution around new education models. So new ways of learning, new ways of teaching, new ways of distributing wisdom, right? So that could also be a great thing, because if the collective brain is speeding up, then it essentially it's increasing our capacity to hold more information in our vessel, to hold more of the polarity, right? To hold more of, oh, that thing, I've studied that, and then this, I've also studied this, and this thing there, and this thing there, and retaining it in the vessel. So that could also be a great thing. Like, I'm just thinking about all the souls born with that are because we had a window of time with Uranus and Gemini, and obviously now for this period, the Uranus and Gemini, I mean, all these souls, I feel like these kids are going to be so smart. They're just going to pick up information quickly, boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And especially with the Pluto and Aquarius and the souls that specifically will have Pluto and Uranus in a trine. Those kids are going to be like, I don't give a shit about they are rules, innovating the future of humanity, you're right? You're going to teach them, and they're going to be like, why do we do it that way? Like, they're going to be like taking the information and be like, okay, and then why? But this? Exactly. So that could be a great thing that happens from this, right? Because the more we have the discernment, the more we have the awareness, like, that is when we can make more informed choices and decisions for how we are moving forward. And personally, I think that's why that's been such a big theme until now. Like, everyone's like, hey, y'all, educate yourself. Look at the lies that they're telling us and all these pieces, because I think that they're preparing us for this. And especially with AI, it's like, learn how to tell what's real and what's not. Like, recently, that photo with Justin Bieber confronting Usher at Beyonce's party was like floating around the internet and people are like, this is straight AI. This isn't even real. Like, you guys, come on. So it's like, we're really going to have to be discerning. We can't let this shit, like, fool us.
Yep, 100%.
They're already using AI in Donald Trump's, like videos, like, where he's in front of, like, a crowd of people. It's AI people. Like, if you look, the people are, like, half opaque, and it's crazy.
Yeah. They also, Josh showed me this morning, they're using AI to make Lego videos. Like, I don't know if you've seen any of those.
No.
But, yeah, it's interesting.
Like, from the Lego company is doing it?
No, it's like...
people are just doing it. Okay.
With AI. They're making these videos so that the young kids can understand what the conflict is and what is happening. So that these young kids are informed.
That's kind of cute, I guess. Fun new communication, right? Yeah. That's very Uranus and Gemini.
But it's a time of polarization, right?
Yeah.
Because if
we're gonna see good and we're gonna see bad
perception over here, and like this is how, because Gemini energy is the mind. It is the way you think, and then how you express, right? Because that's how you're thinking, and that's where your mental body is. If someone is over here and they are a completely different way of thinking, viewing the world, that's where we have the twins, the polarity.
Yeah.
And a different mindset shift that is the war, right? Like, even what you were sharing, like going back into the history, like one person believing completely in slavery and like that is right to own a human, and then all of us over here like, absolutely not, this is not okay. Like, but you can't change that person's mind if they're not willing to change it themselves.
Yes.
So this is where we have the polarity.
That's why you have the war and you just kill them.
And this is why it is a signature of war. Because it's intense.
Because I need you to understand my ideas right now.
Yeah.
And if you're not getting onto the fucking page right now,
like,
then you're out.
If you think it's okay to own a human, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, Jinx.
Right? Like that. Like, Jinx is like, yeah, absolutely not.
Jinx is like, they own me. Legally, I'm a piece of property.
You're not forced to do any work, Jinx. You just lay around and you
Ownership
rest.
Is different than forcing work.
You lay around, you rest. Okay. Yeah, Uranus and Gemini. I was also like, with the collective mind piece, I always think about Uranus and how it's like this lightning quality. So it's bringing that lightning energy to the collective mind. And yeah, it's interesting that this portal is opening with Venus also in Gemini. So I feel like Venus is sort of softening the entrance.
I feel that too.
Of Uranus.
I feel it. We're like, oh, we remember we love Gemini energy. And then it's like Uranus enters the chat. It's like, I don't want to look at that fool. He's creepy looking.
Yeah.
Why is he always changing forms? Ew. It's like, he can't just be one thing when I'm talking to him. He's turning all these different... It's like, what the fuck?
So, okay.
Last transit.
Our last transit. And we'll probably share more about the Uranus and Gemini.
Yeah. She's gonna be here for a long time. Years.
Yeah.
A whole generation of people.
Yeah. So we'll definitely share more. That'll be a thing. April 26th until March 7th of 2027. So this is also sit in the circle, because this is a big deal. Athena is going to be in Aries, along with the Saturn and the Neptune. Like,
so
Athena is entering the chat in Aries, okay? So this is strategic feminine fire. So Athena, the goddess of strategy, wisdom, war, is moving into this bold, courageous sign of Aries. This transit is enhancing strategic leadership, clarity around our personal mission, the activation of the warrior goddess frequency, intellectual bravery, and confronting problems directly, like the ram, right? So from August 14th until November 30th, she'll be going retrograde. So this will be deepening the internal strategy work. So we'll come back to that and circle back to that and chat more. But Athena in Aries is awakening the tactical priestess vibe. She's like, initiate, take the action, trust yourself, trust your instinct. So this is feminine fire that knows exactly when and where to strike.
It feels like people will be initiated. Select
Yes.
people will, Athena will be initiating them.
Oh, you can't hide from Athena. She will be calling you out.
And I feel like she's
into your personal sovereignty.
Gonna be emboldening like the
Yeah.
Saturn and Aries themes as well.
100%.
Like, you need to take ownership, you need a plan, you need to have some kind of like plan and organization, plan of action.
Yeah.
Is definitely coming through. Like, she's gonna be pushing the Aries house placements that we have to do that, and the Aries area of life that you have Aries in your chart. I keep seeing her like killing someone, drawing blood with her blade, and then like wiping it off immediately. Like, I don't know, it just feels
she's efficient,
very calculated. Yeah, like I measure twice, I cut once. You know, like I make sure that if I'm gonna initiate something, if I'm gonna go for something, it's planned and it's ready and it's for a reason, and I'm going to be successful at that. Yeah. You said she's gonna be here for 2 years?
She's gonna be here all the way until March 7th of 2027.
Like 1 year. Okay.
That's a good amount of time, though, for all of the folks going through their Saturn return in Aries.
To have that help there.
Yes. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Athena has entered the chat and the Aries energy.
She's helping. That makes sense why I felt very, like, tied to, like, the Saturn.
Yeah.
It definitely feels like that. I think she's also helping cut through some of the illusions of Neptune in Aries. Yeah. That we have here. You're like, yes. I feel... I just keep seeing that cutting image over and over. She's like so laser focused with this transit, I feel. Yep. Yeah. Because Aries is a warrior and Athena is a warrior. Like, they get it. They vibe.
Athena is a better war strategist than Mars even is. Like, come at me, Mars.
I mean...
Truth? Or, like...
It just depends on what kind of war you're fighting. Because I feel like Mercury could be good at those things. Like, there's so many different, you know? Like, wars are not always... No, because it's true. Because it's like, wars are not won with just throwing bodies. All the old wars were won with throwing bodies. And now it's like espionage, like
that's what I'm
intel,
saying.
Information. That's Mercurial.
She's the goddess of wisdom, too, though. So she's also about the strategy. She is thinking 10 steps ahead. She's not like Mars, who just acts off of impulse and is like, I'm going to use that sword and chop their head off. Yes. She's thinking like, oh, if that action is taken, what does that spark in the collective nation over here? Mm-hmm. And how
she's seeing big picture,
exactly.
Strategy. Yeah. I mean, Scorpio being ruled by Mars is the spy, is the planner, right? They see all the steps ahead and all that stuff. They see into the field. But like, yeah, I definitely feel Athena... the reason why you like her better than Mars, Spirit is saying, is because she does strategy for a reason. Mars sometimes just does war just for dumb shit.
For impulse, like I said,
like Athena would not have gone to war over Helen of Troy. Like, sorry. You know, like there's more important things than like some woman's beauty.
Absolutely not.
Like, it's not worth all these people dying.
I'm also very biased. For those of you that don't know, I have Athena on my ascendant. Domicile in Aquarius. Yeah.
Over here. So I feel like, Athena, she's like battling for some bigger picture reason that she feels really tied to.
100%. And really, I feel like her bigger mission in this is waking people up to their personal sovereignty.
That's why I feel like she's working with Saturn, her dad.
Exactly. Yeah. Her dad is Jupiter. What are you talking about?
Why am I thinking Saturn is her dad?
I mean, technically, it's her granddad.
There we go. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, there's something here, some family connection.
Also, maybe it's because we're talking about my chart, and I have Saturn and Athena conjunct my ascendant, so I have both of those archetypal energies.
Your grandpa just looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So April, as an overview, again, it's bringing up these themes around initiation, self-definition, decision-making, information revolution awakening, courage, rebalancing relationships, and the beginning of a new collective identity cycle. So April is where the match is struck, And when we get into May, this is where that fire begins to spread. We have 3 lunations happening in May. But it's not as intense as the first months of...
The first quarter was just like, we need to get through the first quarter.
Yeah. So we'll get into it in May, but that was April. Let us know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions about any of these transits in your chart.
And let's see what the collective message is.
Okay, Spirit.
Collective message. For April 2026.
Yep.
Oh, the same as the freaking yearly card, dude.
Yeah.
Like what? The wheel of fortune. This is wheel.
I feel like Jupiter is saying like your fortune is directly attributed to the action that you're willing to take. Like to like the Aries energy of what you are willing to go after, what you are willing to have the courage to bring forth in your life. Because Jupiter, and we talked about this, if you want to go back and watch the workshop that we did, it's available for you. It's free. You can watch the replay.
It's free on both of our websites.
But we talked about this where Jupiter is the archetypal energy of abundance. And Jupiter always wants to bring in blessings. And I know for both of us, where Jupiter ruled, that's our archetypal energy that rules our natal chart. I know that I have really had to understand the embodiment of what it means to be a vessel for receiving. Because for a lot of my life, I've like blocked that frequency. Like, what? Like, I have to feel safe, like being that big, being that expansive. Like, that's Jupiter energy is so massive. But if you can hold the space to be the vessel to receive, paired with all of the Aries energy that's happening this month, and then the Taurus energy following to initiate and then stabilize into that, there's so many blessings, right? And then also, if it is a time of intensity, the Wheel of Fortune teaches us that nothing in this life is permanent. Changes are only constant. It's just always circling.
Personally, what I felt when I pulled that card was like, because it's the yearly card, I feel like they're kind of saying like, this is where that shit's happening. Like this month of the year, like April, that's the yearly card. Like this is the most important month of the year. I don't know. I just felt like they were harkening back to like all those themes that you were thinking about when people were talking in January when this new year opened up with the Wheel of Fortune as the card. They're like, this is where all that's happening in this month. It's all like all the key players will now be like here. I know like we're gonna have the Jupiter transit change later in the year, but it's like positive, you know. So I feel like they're like, pay attention to like April, you know, like this is where, how you were saying, are you making the choice to move forward or not? Exactly. Are you taking the risk and getting the reward or not? Are you rising to the challenge or not?
Do you trust yourself? Are you being authentic in your expression or not?
Yeah. And it's interesting that we're getting this in like the Aries season is the actual like astrology new year. So I feel it's definitely like, they're like, the new year is here, you know, times 2. So I feel like we're getting that energy that we talked about many moons ago now. I just finally understood. I know what it meant many moons ago, but I'm like, yeah, so many new and full moons ago. That's what it means. I had a beautiful moment there, and I wanted to share with you. But yeah, it just feels like they're like, now is when this is happening. Now, I feel like they're telling us like, we need to have our eyes focused. We need to be witnessing, observing, looking, and we need to be almost like we need to write down what happens during this time. We need to document. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well, again, any questions you have, please email them, DM them, comment, find a way to get the information to us in a appropriate way, and we will share that back with you in the next episode. If you want to learn more about astrology, join our free upcoming class, join our new mystery school. if you want to keep seeing us make content, please subscribe, review, leave us 5 stars, write something, share on your story, tell your friend. It's always word of mouth for these types of things. We know that there's like 7 million fucking astrology people making videos, and it means a lot to us that you listen to ours and you value what we're saying and you vibe with our vibe, and we just want to keep growing and sharing that. And we, as being part of the circle members, we're asking you to please do that, you know, in reciprocity for receiving this information that we take the time to curate for you. Anything else?
That feels complete. If you also want to wish me a happy birthday, my birthday's on April 11th, so
yeah,
that'd be great. Just saying.
Just saying. You want to Venmo? You know, tip a witch.
Oh
tip
my
a
God,
witch for her work.
Donations accepted. Tylen McKenzie, love it.
There you go. All right, happy birthday, Tylen, and all the other Aries peeps.
Yay! Exalted Aries sons.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Celestial Circle podcast. We are eternally grateful to have you in our cosmic community.
Make sure you subscribe to our podcast wherever you listen.
That way you'll be updated whenever new episodes drop.
Please leave us a review and share with your friends so that our circle grows.
The circle is now closed.
Bye!